Okay, well, good afternoon, good evening. Can you see my screen? Okay, great. So welcome. This is our 39th year of the BBPA National Scholarship. This is the first of 3 information sessions or town halls. The town halls will each cover different topics. So today's a general overview of the program and the requirements. Next week, we'll dive deeper into the personal statement, and the following week, it will be the financial statement. The times will vary depending on schedules and availability, but for the most part, it would start between 4:30 and 6:30, so not to get too late into the evening. So my name is Stephany. I am the Director of Programs here at the BBPA, and I'm pleased to walk you through the town hall today. The session is aimed at providing you with all the information you need to know about our scholarship program and how to apply. Our organization is dedicated to supporting and promoting the achievement and academic excellence of Black Canadian youth through an annual scholarship program. And as I can see, you're a Black Canadian youth, so this program is for you. The BBPA National Scholarship Fund aims to provide financial support to Black Canadians pursuing higher education. Our mission is to enhance the academic opportunities for Black youth by offering scholarships that recognize and reward academic excellence, leadership, and community involvement. Unlike many other scholarships, your academic success, so your grades, only accounts for 30% of your scholarship application score. The other 30%, the other 60, 70% will rest in the financial statement. So you'll have a budget. I'm jumping ahead. There'll be a budget and a financial statement that you're able to write, as well as a personal statement. So really highlighting yourself, telling us who you are and what your needs are. So now back on script. The eligibility requirement for the program is you must be a Canadian resident. You have to be Black identifying, and you must be enrolled in or accepted to a post-secondary institution. That could be trades, college, or a university program. And you must be able to demonstrate a financial need. The BBPA has had the National Scholarship Program for, as I said, now in its 39th year. It was established as a part of the BBPA's commitment to advancing the educational aspirations of Black Canadians, including students. Over the past 38 years, we've grown significantly and have distributed more than $6.5 million in scholarships to over 3,500 students across Canada. This program is important for many reasons. One, obviously, is the empowerment. Education is a powerful tool that empowers individuals to achieve their full potential and make meaningful contributions to society. Providing financial support helps to level the playing field, giving Black students the opportunity to succeed despite potential economic barriers. Providing opportunity for equity through financial support helps to level the playing field, giving us all the opportunity to succeed despite economic barriers. And encouraging higher education among Black youth increases diversity in professional fields, leading to better representation and inclusion. And of course, there's a community impact. Educated individuals are more likely to give back to their communities, fostering a cycle of growth and improvement. We've gone through the eligibility criteria. So next, we will look at the scholarship details. So in 2023, so last year, actually over the last 2 years, we've distributed we've awarded 150 scholarships per year for a total of 300 scholarships, which totals roughly $840,000 in scholarship funds. The scholarship amounts range from, I think on the low end, it's $1,000 up to $7,000, but that's also determined by donors. So there might be variation this year as more donors sign up. The application deadline is July 1st, and you will receive notification as whether or not you were successful in September. And then there's a scholarship ceremony that will take place in October. So part 1 is an overview of the online application form, tips for completing, and reminder to review and double check all information. So have you started your application process? Have you gone into the system yet?
I've looked through the requirements, but I haven't officially started yet.
Okay, so as you'll know, it's all on SurveyMonkey apply. which is the platform we've been using for the last 2 years. It is 100% online. There is not an opportunity, you know, to, once the deadline hits, there's not an opportunity to come back to us and say, oh, by the way. One of the key, so the application consists of, there's an actual online component, and then there's uploads that have to be included, which include your transcript, your ID, acceptance or verification of enrollment. I know some people wouldn't have the verification of enrollment yet, but you should have your acceptance letter by now. And then the application will also ask you for information like your field of study, your field of study, your GPA, and then it will go into your financial statements and personal statements. I'm probably not even, I don't even know where I'm in the presentation, so we'll just leave that there. So we're looking for, when you're submitting your application, make sure your transcripts are accurate and up to date. We don't want report cards, we want transcripts. Any financial aid document that you would have submitted, received, or been approved for, it's beneficial to upload those as well. Your expected graduation date and your GPA, this is open to first-year students straight through to post-grads, as long as they're under the age of 30 years old at the start of the academic year. So tips for success is really, don't wait for the last minute. That is never a good idea, and it only leads to negative results. One piece of this is a recommendation letter that also has to be submitted through the portal. So if you wait for the last minute, your recommender will not have an opportunity to complete it and submit it on time. We had many instances last year where people decided to submit their application or to start their application on July 2nd. The due date last year was July 3rd. Obviously, there's no time for a recommendation letter, and that missing criteria alone was the difference between being accepted and not accepted. I would advise you to pay special attention to the eligibility criteria. Make sure you meet them. Be honest and authentic in your personal statement. For reference, we had, I think, roughly 1,500 applicants last year and are awarding 150 scholarships. So those were last year's statistics, which means basic math, 1/10 of applicants were successful. A lot of times when you're looking at the transcripts, they're identical. We have a lot of very high performing youth, and that's great. Also, a lot of financial need as well. Your personal statement's really where you stand out. It tells us who you are. And remember, you have another section to talk about your financial needs. So often we saw last year as well, there's a lot of financial need in the personal statement. Those are two different things. I don't care about your financial need. I want to know who you are, what your contributions to society have been. You know, what is your story? Where have you come from? You know, highlight your resilience, and just let me get to know you. And I will tell you that as reviewers, we go out to the community to have adjudicators. We also use people from various academic institutions. These applications are very personal. They're very hard to complete because they are so personal. But on our side, it's also very meaningful. You want to make it difficult for us to say no. Don't make it easy because because there's so many people, we only need one thing to say no. So that's the application process in a nutshell. The post-award requirements, once you've received your acceptance, there are requirements throughout the academic year that you have to fulfill, such as participating in the mentorship program. We have various programs throughout the year. We have Ask a Professional, we have financial literacy. Participation in the programs are vital to the success of, to your success. We put it in there as a requirement because we know how impactful these programs are for you as individuals. So it is there. And then at the end of the year, you must also maintain full-time status throughout the academic year, and you will have to complete a post-scholarship report that will be sent out in April or May of next year.